Sud 98.9, Centre 97.3, Est-Ouest 91.7.
Hammer, it's 9 o'clock. The news with Eris Stewart. Good morning, Eris.
Good morning, Sophie.
We start with the headlines.
Major anti-drug operation in Mocha and Rose Hill this morning sees luxury cars and speedboats seized while 6 suspects are arrested. Minister Ariane Navarre-Marie insists a strong team is in place after junior minister speaks out. End of automatic promotion in primary schools by 2026. Education Ministry introduces reform to support struggling students without stigma. Michael Sikyen to announce measures under 2 billion rupees price stabilization fund as government aims to shield consumers from global price surges. Fuel price drop likely this week, experts predict, as Petroleum Pricing Committee set to meet. In world news, Bolsonaro placed under house arrest by Brazil's Supreme Court. And in sports news, Mauritius shines at CJSOI Games with 16 medals on Monday alone. A major crackdown took place this morning in Mocha and in Rose Hill under the leadership of the FCC. The National Coordination Committee, made up of the police, the MRA, the DPP's office and other entities, carried out a series of targeted searches. Several vehicles, including a Porsche Cayenne, a BMW and other high-powered cars, were seized at the homes of suspected traffickers. Drugs were also found and will be weighed. In Le Morne, 2 speedboats were also seized. 6 individuals were arrested for questioning and investigations are ongoing. And making headlines also, tensions are running high at the Ministry of Gender Equality between Minister Ariane Navarre-Marie and Junior Minister Anishta Baburam. On Friday morning, Anishta Baburam posted on Facebook denouncing a lack of respect and dignity. According to her entourage, she was unhappy about being excluded from an important press conference without explanation. She says she is often sidelined and limited to administrative tasks. Relations between the two have reportedly been strained for several months. Minister Ariane Navarre-Marie has responded and is voiced over by Ashi Bachu.
À ma connaissance, il n'y a aucune tension ni aucune friction.
To my knowledge, there is no tension or any friction within the Ministry of Gender Equality. People are working. At the start, I met the junior minister. I entrusted her with 4 important files, namely the adoption bill, the domestic abuse bill, the relaunch of the foster family concept, and regulations on daycare centers. She chaired a meeting on the daycare centers file, and then she came to see me and told me that it was not her job. She said that the files I had assigned to her were the work of a civil servant. But I believe that a minister is paid to look into all the files. I must add that since January, we have not met. I am a minister. I am accountable to the cabinet, accountable to the parliament. I am the one who must answer in cabinet. I am the one who must answer in parliament. I know what I'm doing.
Donc, je connais qui me peut faire.
Meanwhile, Junior Minister Anishta Baburam emphasizes that she is an elected representative who simply wants to do her job, but she says she is being kept out of the loop.
I have endured this for a long time and waited for the situation to change, but there has been no change. I have been sidelined. There was a press conference last week and the officers were instructed not to brief me. I preferred not to attend the press conference. If I am asked questions, what am I supposed to answer? It's not possible. For something of such importance, I am not involved in any decision-making in any file. This is not normal. It's true that I am not the one answering questions, going to cabinet or to parliament. But I was elected by the people and I must work for the people. I have a sense of duty. I cannot remain silent in such a situation. I am ready to speak and to have a dialogue. There were people who tried to arrange a meeting between us, but the minister did not listen. She did not agree. I prefer to wait for the Prime Minister to take the necessary actions and address the situation.
And now moving to education, automatic promotion in primary schools will be abolished as from 2026. The aim is to help struggling students progress at their own pace without stigma. Repeating a year will no longer be seen as a punishment, but as an opportunity to catch up. Teachers will be able to offer more personalized support. Education Minister Mahen Gangapasad insists that this reform will not affect pupils in lower primary, who will continue learning without exams in a fun and foundational way. Mahen Gangapasad spoke to Nirma Narayana Reddy and is voiced over by Didier Rose.
The Ministry of Education has announced a major policy shift regarding automatic promotion in schools set to take effect from next year. Following extensive consultations with various stakeholders in the education sector, it has been found that automatic promotion can have negative consequences, especially for students who have not acquired the foundational knowledge and skills required at each grade level. Education officials argue that promoting students without ensuring they are ready for the next level often set them up for greater difficulties as they struggle to cope with more advanced material. As a result, starting next academic year, students from grade 4 onwards will be required to demonstrate the necessary competencies before being promoted to the next grade. Those who do not meet the required standards will be asked to repeat the year in order to consolidate their learning. This will also apply to students who do not pass the PESAT exams in grade 6, with specific support measures to be put in place based on each child's needs.
Minister Michael Sikuen is expected to make a public statement this Wednesday regarding the Price Stabilization Fund. This fund, with an initial allocation of 2 billion rupees for the 2025-2026 fiscal year, is intended to protect Mauritians' purchasing power in the face of rising global prices. More details on this with Didier Rose.
The mechanism involves granted subsidies to importers of essential goods such as powdered milk, oil, basmati rice and sardine so that cost reduction are passed on to customers. The government plans to inject 2 billion rupees annually for 5 years, amounting a total of 10 billion rupees. Implementation of the fund is imminent, while a final meeting between the Ministries of Commerce and Finance scheduled for this Tuesday. A strict monitoring system will be set up to ensure transparency and prevent abuse. The minister also plans to consult stakeholders before the final approval by the cabinet.
Possible drop in fuel prices may be on the cards this week, according to some experts. The Petroleum Pricing Committee is due to meet by Friday, nearly 4 months after its last meeting on 11 April. A 10% price reduction is being considered thanks to cost savings from a new supply contract signed with OQ Trading Limited, a state-owned company from Oman and the STC. And moving international, the Brazilian Supreme Court Judge Alexandre de Moraes has ordered former President Jair Bolsonaro to be placed under house arrest. This follows posts shared by his supporters on social media during nationwide protests the previous day. Meanwhile, in other world news, nearly 600 former Israeli security officials have called on U.S. President Donald Trump to pressure Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to end the war in Gaza. The conflict, which started after October 7, 2023, is reported to have claimed over 60,000 lives in Gaza. And moving to sports, after 3 days of competition at the CJSOI Games, Mauritius continues to shine. On Monday alone, the athletes secured 16 medals, 4 gold, 4 silver and 8 bronze. The delegation's first gold medal came from badminton with a 5-0 victory over Reunion Island. In weightlifting, Donovan Madanamutu claimed 3 gold medals in the 81-kilogram category, while Shekina Belom added 3 bronze medals in the same discipline. It was also a fruitful day in judo with 3 silver and 2 bronze medals. Meanwhile, in swimming, Loïc Larue took silver in the 1,500-meter freestyle, and Chloe Achip, Madesh Siwa-Sagar and Ashel Olivier each earned a bronze medal. That's all from me this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned now to the Intermed playlist until 10 a.m.
Bienvenue, vous êtes sur RM1. RM1, la nouvelle radio.